and welcome to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This is Mutt Strut, the greatest spectacle in dog walking, and it's only here in Indianapolis. Gang's all here too. We have KJ, we have Laura, we have Chris, we have Adam, we have Logan, we have Jason Heath here. We're all here ready to serve you because we got a lot of mutts to cover. So stay with us. Pet Pals TV is coming up.
Give a little love, give a little more this time. Give a little love, if you give everything will be fine. Give a little love, it'll come back if you just try. It'll feel right. Give a little love.
And welcome. It's a glorious day here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Mutt Strut, the greatest spectacle in dog walking. And let's bring in the man. Here's David Horth, CEO, and this is your first Mutt Strut, but you're not new to Indy Humane.
It's my first Mutt Strut as CEO, but it's my 10th or 12th Mutt Strut as a board member, volunteer. So this is the first year as CEO, though.
Okay. And what a glorious day.
Oh, what a glorious day. Mother Nature couldn't have been better to us today, and game day show-ups are so important to us. On a good day, we'll receive 500 to 800 people showing up at the gate, and I expect to receive that and more even today on this glorious day, so we're very excited.
Okay. And we've said glorious a lot because it is glorious. And behind us, we have all kinds of vendors, too. What is the main purpose of Mutt Strut for you?
The main purpose is to raise funds for the operation of the Humane Society of Indianapolis, which we affectionately refer to as Indy Humane. But this is our signature event.
You got a lot to do. You got a lot on your plate.
It's an exciting day. The numbers are all good, and we're optimistic, and we're grateful for everybody that's here, especially our donors and our sponsors and our walkers. They're fabulous.
All right, with that, we're going to continue on Pet Pals TV, our special at Mutt Strut, the greatest spectacle in dog walking. You better go get busy.
Thank you. I intend to. I intend to. Thank you.
Take care. We'll be back with more on Pet Pals TV.
I adopted him from the Indy Humane Society in December. He's a little tripod, as you can see. He got hit by a car before I got him, but he loves running around with 3 legs. It doesn't slow him down at all.
I have Turbo and Fido. They're 2 Westies. Turbo is the youngest one. He's actually 4. Fido is actually 13, so they're a good companion for the kids, and they come to the racetrack a lot, so they're really used to it. I've never got home once from a bad race that they're not happy to see me, so that's great.
This is Tater Tot. He's a miniature horse, and it's his first time at the track. He's having fun. It's a lot of excitement, a lot of dogs, a lot of music, a lot of noise, but it's good for him to be socialized.
I wanted her to be the first pig on the track. She's kind of like her own little person. It's kind of like having a child. She uses the litter box. She likes to play outside, and she loves One Direction. She loves their music. She oinks when they play.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, "Read your lease. No pets allowed." My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How would you not love him?
Oh, and Sandy here on the bricks, and our Adam Dunn is first up with a story of one of the top dogs. Adam.
Thanks, Patty. This year at Mutt Strut, there are 2 top dogs, and I want to introduce you to both of them, but first I'll introduce you to Indy and Megan.
Indy is a dog like many others here at Mutt Strut, but he has an important role when he was crowned top dog. Megan, his owner, and her organization IPAW raised a lot of funds for Indy Humane.
Indy Paw stands for Indy Professionals Advocating Animal Welfare. And the group was organized about 5.5 years ago. We've raised about $45,000 for Indy Humane as a group since then. And so the group, one of our big things every year is obviously helping to promote and raise money for Mutt Strut.
Her organization chose Indy as their front runner for top dog. I asked her what breed Indy was, and she said,
He's a mix of a bunch of different things, mostly Chow with some Newfoundland, Border Collie, a little bit of Lab, we think.
When she met him initially, he wasn't what she expected.
We were looking for a second dog and looking for a Border Collie mix, and that's what he was listed as online. And when I went to go pick him up, they kind of handed him to me, and he was just this lethargic, half-asleep ball of black fur.
And they loved him nonetheless.
He's so happy all the time, and he just has a very funny personality for a dog, just with how lazy he is. And he just makes my husband and myself just so happy. It's great to be top dog, but the main piece behind it is really just raising money for Indy Humane and the organization. And it's fun to compete, but in the grand scheme of things, it's just great knowing all of the money that is able to be raised for the organization. If animal welfare is something that is important to them, Indy Humane really is a great organization.
If you want to give them a round of applause for their awesome work last year.
I want to introduce you to the other top dog here at Mutt Strut this year, Julie and Toto. We previously did a story with them, and we want to show it to you here.
Meet Julie Osborne, nicknamed Oz, a writer whose stories of inspiration led to a coincidental miracle.
I have a blog called Tales of Oz that I started a couple years ago. And it was a year ago, just recently, November 26th, that my daughter and I were on the way to get our Christmas tree. And I randomly said, well, let's stop at Petco and see the dogs, which is really odd because I've never said that before, but there was something about stopping. So we went in, and of course I said the grand statement, we're not getting a dog today. What is it about this adorable dog? I just couldn't get over it. And so I held him. Carolyn and I are just like, this dog, there's something about it. And of course there was no plan to get a dog. We were gonna get a Christmas tree. But after, I'd say about 45 minutes, I couldn't let him go. He was just so sweet.
Julie cradled him in her arms for some time and then asked the rescuer, also coincidentally named Julie, what was this small dog's name? She was surprised by the name, Ebenezer.
Why is this dog Ebenezer? Like, it is the strangest name because you automatically think of Scrooge. And does this dog look like an Ebenezer? I mean, he's just the sweetest thing. And she said, oh, well, we renamed the dogs and we gave them all Christmas names. There's Jingle and And I said, well, what was his original name? And she said, oh, the dog's name was Toto. And right at that moment, my daughter said, oh my gosh, Mom, you just found your dog.
Toto found his new forever home in Julie, even though her and her family meant to get their Christmas tree. At the Oz household, Julie reflected on what Toto has been through in these frigid winter nights.
He was living outside. So imagine these cold nights. When I take him out to go to the bathroom and it's cold, I'm thinking, he used to live out here. He was living outside on a cold patio, and I guess the police came in when they discovered the situation, and then For Precious Paws Rescue in Kokomo got the dogs, and then they, just started working on him medically. First of all, when I got Toto, he had a lot of parasites. I was at the vet for the first couple months, quite a bit.
She never knew she needed Toto, who'd become a staple approach to her blogging.
But now that I have him, I don't know what I'd do without him. But he sits on my lap when I write, and he's inspired a lot of my stories. And I just felt like he was sent to me, that it was a divine intervention.
Toto walked his way into her heart, sharing life lessons. He befriended a large mastiff, even though the size difference, teaching her not to judge a book by its cover, or not to be afraid to approach something bigger than you.
There's no place like home.
And those were the top dogs for this year. For Pet Pals TV, I'm Adam Dunn. Patty, back to you.
We'll be back with more on Pet Pals TV with
Mariah.
And all her dogs. So lots of doggies here at the greatest spectacle in dog walking.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
As you know, our Laura Steele, she knows a thing or two about the track. So let's check in with her. Hi, Laura.
Well, we're with a couple of guys who are used to driving on the track. I'm sure they've heard that as they walk on the track today at the Mutt Strut 2019. James Hinchcliffe and Alexander Rossi. You just had to forfeit the dog. What's good? Just Mama?
That's Mama's girl right there.
Right?
If she's more than 3 feet away, Lucy starts losing her mind. So,
how cool is this event? Mutt Strut for the Indy Humane. It raises money for dogs and cats in need. This is really great. You love this place, but so do the dogs.
No, for sure. I mean, it's one of those awesome events. You know, what we love about having the track so close to town here is you can use it for more than just going racing. And an event like this is great. Everybody gets to come out, walk around the circuit a little bit. The dogs love it. The organizers do an incredible job. And like you said, it's raising money for a great cause.
All right, you've won here before. Okay, what's it like not driving and walking? Is it just odd?
Well, I beat James walking my dog today, so that was.
It was a photo finish, honestly. I mean, let's not say beat. We'll go to the replay on that one.
But yeah, no, it's great to come back here. As James said, being local and living here, every time we come to this facility, it's a special day for us, and to do something chill and relax and bring our girlfriends and James' fiance and our dogs and everything. It's amazing.
Okay, quickly tell me about your dog.
So this is Lucy. You saw her briefly.
Right.
She's a cockapoo. She's 5 years old. She's had a haircut. She's normally a little bit shaggier than that, but.
Come
here.
We got it. Hey, we're here for you guys. Hey.
And this one's Alex and Kelly's.
Yeah, that's your dog. Okay.
Named Brunner for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, obviously.
Brunner for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and now you know.
And he's a mini golden doodle, so yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for coming to Mutt Strut 2019 and spending time on Pet Pals TV. Racer, dog lover. Tell me, I know you're here with Indy Humane today. Tell me about your love for dogs and trying to get these dogs adopted.
So I am here with Indy Humane today for Mutt Strut, the greatest spectacle in dog walking, and I'm going to be walking this young lady, Begonia, around the racetrack.
Yeah. So we've got quite a few dogs that are adoptable dogs here, and that's so great. They have a parade, right, of adoptable dogs.
Yep, and we're going to be walking across the stage for the parade here shortly before we go around the racetrack. And if anybody wants to come see Begonia, she's a lover. She curled up on me when I first met her, and she is a lover, so come see her at the shelter, and hopefully she won't be there very long.
Well, and let's talk about these dogs that need homes. It's so tough to see dogs that don't have a loving home. Let's talk about your home and your love for animals. Are you with a four-legged creature right now?
I am not. Unfortunately, I am away for work far too often, and it just wouldn't be fair to leave a dog home all day. So.
And that is very responsible. I find that is one of the most responsible things that humans can admit, that they, if they're on the road a lot, that they don't. That's what this is about. We want to find loving homes where these people can be there. But you're doing your job. You're mama right now, right?
I am. But I'm here with my friend and PR person, Monica, and we've agreed on a buddy system. So we are not allowed to let each other leave with a dog today as much as we want to.
Emma and Scott Dixon, you guys, was this everything you thought it would be and more?
It really was. Like, we were super excited, and when we got, asked to do this event, we didn't know what to expect, and it's so cute.
Is it so cute?
Oh my gosh.
Now, do you want more dogs? Because I see all these dogs, and I want a house full of dogs.
So, yeah, the unfortunate part for us normally is we're out of town this time of year, so it was perfect fit. But, yeah, we went to Indy Humane yesterday and did a tour of the facility, and I think we're probably going to come home maybe with a few more animals.
Like two that we can't stop thinking about, but
yeah,
no,
so it's amazing.
And what a great place, a great race course, and dogs took over. So did you race your fellow racers today? I know Hinch was here, we had Alexander here. Who came across whatever the finish line was here first?
Yeah, well, it's not about the pace today, it was about
it's
making
always,
sure.
Don't say that, you're a racer.
I see Hinch had a bit of a problem. He had a big dog poo slide that
early
he had
on. He had to come in early, yeah.
That will happen.
Early stop.
Well, we enjoyed having you representing Mutt Strut and Pet Pals TV, Scott and Emma Dixon. Thank you so much for being here for the animals around Central Indiana, and good luck if you do adopt. Good luck with that. Thank you so much.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
And now on Pet Pals TV, we're going to break away from our Mutt Strut at the Speedway, and we're going to be talking with Dennis and Marg here for A Dog's Journey. Well, the first thing I'm going to ask you is, whose dog is this?
That's Peaches.
That's your dog?
That's my dog.
How many dogs do you have?
I've got 2 currently.
Obviously, this movie is for dog lovers. Yes, it is.
And for dogs.
But what are people going to say? They're going to say, should I go? Am I going to cry?
Well, yeah, you're definitely going to cry, right?
Sure.
Yeah, you're going to have your hankies.
A good cry.
Yeah, but I think the best review of the movie that I got, because I saw it in a little screening room and I took my kids, my twins. My 11-year-old boy, Thomas, he's watching it about a third of the way through. He's just faces on the screen and unsolicited, he goes, I love this movie.
Oh, you did?
Really?
Yeah,
There's your Oscar.
There you go.
Oh my God, that is so sweet.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Go, Bailey!
My name is Bailey, and this is my boy, Ethan.
You enjoying the breeze, boss dog?
I've lived a lot of lives as a lot of different dogs, but I always found my way back to Ethan. Go! That isn't getting any easier.
That isn't getting any easier. It's a great movie. It just makes you feel good, and that's what we go to movies for, is to feel things, you know, whether you're gonna laugh or cry or just feel good about the world.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yes, you do deal with loss in the film, but it's much more like life-affirming and love-affirming and hopeful and optimistic and it feel good.
It feel good.
Yeah.
And wear waterproof mascara.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
You do.
You know.
Yeah, bring tissues.
The
But
great
I
thing
know a lot of people who like going to the movies to cry.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, I mean, it's you know, Old Yeller really got me when I was a kid. And
God.
This is not Old Yeller because, you know, the dogs come back.
Yeah.
Hopeful and happy.
Yeah.
We'll be back with more on Pet Pals.
Things don't always turn out as we plan, but sometimes the surprises are the best part.
Like a drum, baby, don't stop beating.
There's a lot you don't know about that dog.
Like a drum, my heart never stops beating for you. Baby, I'm not moving on. I love you long after you're gone.
I don't have all the answers, but I know we end up where we're meant to be.
Like a drum, my heart never stops beating for you.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
Lots and lots, let's say tons, let's say dozens of vendors here at the Mutt Strut. And let's find out who we can talk to. Hi there.
Noah's Animal Hospital. Tom, what is it about Mutt Strut that makes Noah's want to be a part of this every single year?
Well, I think it's so important that we recognize the need for helping our community pets, the pets that are out there that need the extra medical attention, that need homes. And with Noah's being part of the community for more than 36 years now, it's just a natural, it's a natural fit together.
When you see all the dogs here at the event, you know that you're getting out to the market, and that's what's important.
And if we see any dogs today that might not be on their best behavior, can they come see you?
They can come see me or come see Kathy.
Are you in charge of making the dogs behave themselves?
No, I'm in charge of playing with the dogs.
And now, two cats. This is my Grayson, and joining us, the tiniest spectacle in racing. Does this little guy even have a name?
Not yet. The kids usually like for them to develop personality before we name, so.
Okay. Welcome to Mutt Strut, you tiny little thing, and good luck finding your forever home. What made you decide to bring your skunk to Mutt Strut?
Well, everything that we do is for free. We have wild and domesticated skunks. So the only fundraising we do is $1 to pet a skunk donation. So that way we do free educational programs. We come and pick up skunks for free.
My name's Kristen Blank, and this is Bear. And well, Bear is an 8-year-old Helgenberger. And we're part of the Elanco team, and we're excited about supporting Indy Humane in this fantastic event.
Well, Charlie, he's 5 years old, and he's a Yorkie, Sean. He's, yeah.
It's a great organization to give back to, the Humane Society for all those pets that are looking for homes. And we just love it. It gives us exercise and, gets him out to socialize with other dogs.
That's it for another successful Pet Pals TV at Mutt Strut, the greatest spectacle in dog walking. We say bye. Did everybody have fun?
Yes!
We'll see you next time on Pet Pals TV.